Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Leander, Texas. It is 7:31 in the morning, and it's August 18th, 2021. It is a Wednesday, and the month is already halfway through. It's crazy. As you can see, kind of upgraded my production style a little bit. I got a green screen here, and it looks all fancy and snazzy and all that crap. So yeah, man, moving on up. Yes, I am. And this is my video blog. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not your teacher, and I'm not your financial advisor. If you expect me to get to the point, I got news for you, man. Yeah, I just talk about crypto every single day, about things that I learn and what's going on. I may be right, I may be wrong. I may be right one day, I may be wrong the other day, whatever, vice versa. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm just talking about news and concepts and things that I learned. I don't do technical analysis or price talk or anything like that because I'm no good at it. Just a boring dollar cost average guy, and that's what I do. I look at fundamentals, and I look at a crypto project. I'm like, what do you do here? And that's basically my approach. So anyway, I'm broadcasting right now just to kind of fill some time. I'm having Sammy Snake come online today, and this is going to be an interesting show. Sammy Snake is a game creator, a blockchain game creator, and he has two projects, Nova Rally and Olive Land, and he's heavy into the NFT space. So I'll let him explain all that in about 30 minutes when I come on with him. There will be a POAP for that show. But I wanted to come on this morning and just jump on because I come on every morning, and I just wanted everybody to know why I was late. But anyway, so while I'm here, let me go ahead and just go through some of the fundamentals and go through the daily market and see what's going on. I'm glad I wanted to do this anyway, so it's fine. I'll do a double header. He ran into some meetings and was not able to jump on right at the moment that we had planned. So, when that stuff comes up, that's life, and that's great, whatever. So we have Bitcoin at 44,967. You know what? A healthy little correction is good, especially with the way things are going. And I'm glad to see that things are going down a little bit. This last little pump gave me kind of a metric to say, all right, these are doing well. This is just as the fundamentals were panning out as I thought. I'm going to, when this dips, drop some more money on this. So it'll give me an opportunity to buy some Solana. I just bought some Bitcoin and Ethereum during this little dip here to dollar cost average in. Ethereum's at 3,027.83. Cardano's at $1.97, just shy of $2. Binance Coin $395.85. XRP $1.08. The Doge 28 cents. Polkadot 23.79. Solana 75.60, and it did take a little 1.3% drop in the past 1 hour or so, but up in 24 hours it's up 7.2%. So yeah, man, it kind of hurts me to buy Solana right now, but I'm gonna do it because I think it's gonna be doing so much more because there's a lot of stuff going on with Solana right now. It's like I said yesterday, Solana is going to be taking care of the niche for the general John Q public instead of the institutions, I think. So that's just my opinion, man. So Uniswap at 25.64, Bitcoin Cash 640.39, Chainlink 25.50, down 14.9%. It does that. Chainlink's all over the place as per usual. Litecoin $168.15, Terra 26.65, up 60%, still charging green. And you have Polygon $1.32. And then we go down here, Theta Network 687, down 13.8%. Might be a good time to jump in there too. Aave down 14.5%, back down to 379.51 after going up to about 420, 430, something like that. And then Monero, just with that secret bridge that is going on there and just popping up. I figured it might be popping, but it's just kind of staying pretty stable. Okay, well, that being said, All right, so let's go over some of just the Twitter bookmarks, and we'll make this one a brief show so I can have time to breathe before jumping back on with Sammy the Snake. But I wanted to go into my bookmarks, and bookmarks right here. And okay. Okay, so Solana DeFi has now more than $2 billion flowing through. Oh, wait, real quick here. We see you, Walmart, at this, my friends, is mass adoption at its finest. And yeah, Walmart is now looking to hire cryptocurrency experts. They are getting into, I mean, I don't know, man. There was the Walton chain. Remember? Does anybody remember the Walton chain? Whatever happened to the Walton chain? The one that was supposed to be ideal for all the Walmart supply chains. Well, I don't know. It just kind of disappeared. I mean, I don't know what happened to. Good morning, Randy. Hey, Effect Chen. And yeah, so I don't know, but now they are looking to hire cryptocurrency experts. So we'll see what happened. Yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it, Effect Chen? I'm going to be signing off here in a little while. I'm just covering with some filler, and then signing back on with an interview with Sammy Snake. And Sammy Snake is real deep into the Wax.io blockchain. He's got a cult following, and he is a blockchain game creator. He created Nova Rally, and he's a partner with Olive Land. And we'll go over what all that means in the interview with him. It's going to be really interesting stuff. And I got a POAP for it. So, all right. So anyway, Solana here, DeFi has more than $2 billion flowing through it. So let's take a quick look at this Decrypt article. And that's probably the reason for this huge Solana pump. I know I talked a little bit about Solana yesterday, but it's hit an all-time price today, and this was yesterday, and it's in the top 10 now, which is pretty crazy. A blockchain with similar functions to Ethereum. Smart contracts on the network allow for DeFi applications, and those DeFi applications are attracting more money than ever. And yesterday I highlighted the fact that they have a DeFi platform that's very similar to be able to lock in and borrow against your collateral in the same way that you do on Aave and Compound. So finally, Ethereum is getting some real competition with the average, your everyman, your everyday Joe and Sally, So the Solana network passed $2 billion in total value locked for the first time today, according to stack tracker DeFi Llama. Total value locked, or TVL, refers to how many crypto assets are tied up in decentralized finance protocols on the network. So what total value locked means is whenever you go to Aave or Compound or some kind of DeFi protocol and you lock up your tokens and you borrow against it, or you don't even have to borrow against it. People lock it up sometimes just to earn the interest on it. Because, honestly, if you don't want to deal with a token volatility, you can just stake your stable coins on the network, or not even stable, just lock them up and earn a good interest from that. A bank will give you 0.5% interest at best. What these lending platforms do is you can lock up your USDC, which equals $1, USDT, Tether, $1, DAI, $1. So it's just like holding $1. The only difference is it's not FDIC insured. But when have you ever had to use FDIC insurance anyway? So that's the argument I make when people are like, I don't want to get into crypto because it's too volatile. This seems kind of like kind of weird. I don't know. It doesn't seem like you got your money. You actually have your money more than if you were to put it in a bank account. You have more control over it for sure, because you can withdraw as much as you want, whenever you want, 24 hours a day. The bank, a crypto lending platform is not going to look at you and flag your account being like, I detect some suspicious activity. Can you, call and, send a photo and, verify this? No, you don't have to do any of that, not with any of these lending platforms on DeFi. All you have to do is just connect your wallet any time of the day or night, and you're good to go, even on Sunday, and nobody's going to flag you for pulling out $10,000 if you have it, and it's not going to be suspicious activity. It's going to be your activity, because that's what it should be. Your activity, it's your business, your beeswax. It should be nobody else's beeswax, what you do with your money, So Yeah, that's what Aave and Compound do on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, Solana is a separate new blockchain, and it has a lot of the same characteristics and principles of Ethereum, but it's faster and it's cheaper. And I've said before that Ethereum is going to be kind of for the institutions, for the big guys, for the whales to settle out at the end of the day. And then Solana is going to be kind of the one used for me and you know, like every day. Anyway, so the Solana network passed $2 billion in total value locked for the first time day, according to stat tracker DeFi Llama. I'm going to make it through this article. Hold on. But I want to show you DeFi Llama real quick. There's DeFi Pulse and DeFi Llama. I kind of prefer DeFi Llama. Hey, Robin PWNZ, Robin Pins. All right, nice to see you here. All right, so let's see. Let's go to DeFi Llama and okay. Oh, Solana domains contains NFSW, not or NSFW. Is that what you mean to say? What does that mean? Solana domains can contain NSFW. I'll have to clarify on that one. I mean, you can put porn pics on there. Like, I thought that all NFTs allowed stuff like that, but I don't know. All right, so let's see here. I'm pulling up DeFi Llama, and yeah, just waiting, and the competitor to DeFi Llama is DeFi Pulse. For some reason, DeFi Pulse is I have heard is a little biased in what they put up on there, and that they won't put certain applications that they don't deem as like legit DeFi or whatever. I don't know. So that's a whole other type of tribal argument that I choose not to get into. So yeah. But here's DeFi Llama, total value locked, 143.04 billion. That's a lot of money. The change in 24 hours looks to be down 0.35%. And then Aave dominance. So Aave is, you know, the cock of the walk over here, you know, and it's definitely the biggest one. They have the Ethereum and Matic chain here. As you can see, these two symbols. This one has Ethereum chain. This one has a whole slew of chains. Curve, because Curve is based on stable coins. So this is a great place to lock up your stable coins and to provide stable coin liquidity. And liquidity, for those of you who don't know, I mean, I was complete financial ignoramus before I got into crypto. I didn't even know what liquidity meant. You know, you see the signs at the furniture stores and the stereo stores, you know, liquidation sale, 24 hours only, you know, stuff like that. It means because they're selling off their assets, creating liquid money for you to be able to use, to spend. It's liquid. It's just like water. It just flows through your hands. So that's what liquidity is. So when you provide liquidity on any type of Uniswap, DEX, a decentralized exchange, you are providing money for people to be able to grab in and out of the pot to use to do their trades. And so on Curve here, you would provide stablecoin liquidity for people to be able to swap back and forth stablecoins. So say you wanted to transfer some USDC to some Tether, to some DAI. Well, there's the money available to do it. You have USDC, you need DAI for a particular protocol to lock up. So you turn in your USDC and you swap for that DAI that is liquid and available. You know, so yeah, so that's that for Curve. And then Compound's kind of the same thing. WBTC is you being able to lock up your Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's a separate blockchain, and wrap it up and put it on the Ethereum blockchain, and then use it for any of these other types of protocols. So you could lock up your Bitcoin through something like, you know, BitGo, but that's for the big guys, but through a REN BTC. And then you could take that REN Bitcoin or WBTC, and then you could lock it up in Aave and borrow against your Bitcoin. So it allows you to do something with your Bitcoin. And you know, that's been kind of an issue because Bitcoin just doesn't have smart contract capability. You know, it's slow, it's old. You know, Bitcoin's just kind of there. You know, it's great. I mean, it's an amazing store of value. You know, it's real money. And Bitcoin's real money. You know, it is. It's real money. And but yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. You can't really buy a coffee with it because the transaction time is too slow. The fees might be a little high. You know, it's just Yeah, it's gold, man. It's gold. So, what do you want to do with gold? You want to borrow against your assets. And if you're in the US, you don't get taxed on borrowing against any assets. So that's how a lot of these rich people live. Like people sit there and dog on Donald Trump for, and other rich people for never paying taxes. It's because all they're doing is borrowing against their properties and real estate and stuff like that, and then paying it back by borrowing against something else, and they're just continually shuffling the shells around, and there's nothing really to tax, as far as I know. I mean, what do I know? I'm just like a peon, but still, that's what I think is going on. And correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, and if I had that type of wealth, I mean, would I voluntarily just like, be like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and sell something and, collect the income from it and pay a huge amount of taxes on it, but I'm doing the right thing. Instead, I'm be like, why would I want to sell something that I own and when I could just borrow against it and live for like, it's like seriously. And then once that's all depleted, all I got to do is borrow against something else that's appreciated in value, pay off this loan, and then live off the excess amount. I mean, anyway, so let's get back over here to Solana. Okay, so the Solana network passed $2 billion in total value locked for the first time today. DeFi protocols make it possible to make a whole range of financial transactions, take out loans, earn interest, swap assets, all while using automated smart contracts instead of human intermediaries. So you don't need the broker. Okay, though DeFi originated on Ethereum, where nearly 110 billion is locked into protocols such as Aave, Compound, and Uniswap, it has since spread to other networks, the biggest competitor being Binance Smart Chain. Now, Binance Smart Chain is supposedly decentralized, but the thing is all the code is from Uniswap, and it's just on the Pancake Swap, which is their automated market maker, and it's just they've copied and pasted everything, and Binance is a centralized exchange. So no matter what, Binance has the ultimate authority and control. Now, people can argue that, Ethereum has the people at the top, the developers and all that, the Ethereum Foundation, who do, the Ethereum community, who do have a certain amount of centralized control, but that's where you start getting gray area, and then you can follow guys like Chris Bleck on Twitter, and he's amazing. I love the dude. He states it like it is. He's the guard dog. He's the DeFi dog. And he will call out people no matter what. He's the Marvin Zindler of DeFi. And if you grew up in Houston, it's Marvin Zindler. He was that 80s TV show restaurant, cleanliness guy that would just barge into restaurants and go, hi, I'm Marvin Zindler, and you got slime in your ice machine. And that's like Chris Bleck is for the DeFi world. He'll jump in and be like, you got transparency issues, you're centralized, you have exploits, and then a lot of people trying to start DeFi platforms don't necessarily love Chris Bleck. Oh sure, Chris Bleck's coming. All right, guys, we got to clean this up. Come on, let's. So he's kind of achieved that, which is great for him, and I appreciate it. Being a peon, I can be like, I thought this was the greatest thing in the world until he sat there and said that. Okay, anyway, so back to Solana. Solana has likewise been making a play to woo DeFi developers and users over from Ethereum, which at times has struggled to quickly and inexpensively handle an uptick in transactions caused by first growing demand for DeFi applications and later surging interest in NFTs, blockchain-based deeds to digital and/or real-world collectibles. Okay, so the team behind the upstart proof-of-stake network says Solana is already what Ethereum wants to become with ETH 2.0, a fast, scalable network where transaction fees are measured in pennies, not dollars. Interesting. Its mission has been somewhat complicated by the emergence of Polygon, a network built atop of Ethereum that helps to relieve some of that pressure. So Polygon is a layer 2 sidechain built on top of Ethereum to kind of alleviate that pressure. You can lock up, have Ethereum tokens or Ethereum, and you can move it over to the Polygon network and do everything that you want to do on the Polygon network. And then when you're done, move it back over to the Ethereum network to settle up and cash out if you need to, or whatever you need to do. And people envision Polygon as well kind of being a John Q. public network, and then Ethereum being for the big guys and the whales. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out between Solana and Polygon. And people worry about fractionalization of liquidity. So if there's all these layer 2 networks and these other blockchains such as Solana and Zilliqa and stuff like that, then doesn't that fractionalize a lot of the decentralized finance and liquidity and all that stuff if everybody's grouping off in these little tribes? Yes and no. There's a lot of bridges being built, interoperable bridges, and that is a huge topic with crypto nowadays, is interoperability. There's speed, scalability, and interoperability are three big issues, and security and privacy. Yeah, those are kind of both the same, in the same vein. But those are huge issues. But the emergence of interoperability between all these layer 2 solutions, and then composability, being able to take one dApp from one blockchain and being able to use it in conjunction with another dApp on another blockchain is amazing. Yearn Finance does this on the Ethereum blockchain. Yearn Finance takes the interest rates of Aave and Compound and Curve and some of these others, and they're continuously swapping out locked up assets to find the best interest rate. So that's why you get such good interest rate on Yearn Finance, because they use composability. They are using the best properties of all of them, and then like Lego pieces blocking them all together. Well, what happens whenever you start getting layer 2 and inter-blockchain composability? You have one dApp on one layer 2 solution using another dApp on another blockchain over here, and then you're combining the best principles of it all. So that's where I think all that's going, and it's incredible and is very optimistic. There is even a layer 2 solution called Optimism. So yeah. That being said, I've wasted 21 minutes just sitting here talking about DeFi, and so basically the point is that Solana has a lot of money going through DeFi. I don't know what else to tell you. What is Solana, and why is it the hottest blockchain in the moment? Because everything I just told you. So I will link this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and get Sammy the Snake up here and do that deal. So I'm gonna sign off, and I'll probably sign back on in about 10 or 20 minutes. And you can catch the interview with Sammy Snake, and then you can claim your POAP for that show as well. All right, well, I'll see you guys soon doing a double header, man. All right, I'll talk to you later.